You're listening to Just 3 Clicks. My name's Joey, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about the top 3 mistakes to avoid as a startup business. Now, look, these aren't the top 3, to be honest. These are just 3 really big ones that you should avoid. There's lots of different things that you should avoid when it comes to starting a business, but I'm going to kind of come up with a few that I think are really big ones that I really think I see quite often when it comes to kind of small startup type businesses. So when you have a business, right, a lot of people tend to do one of 2 things. They either try to do everything themselves, or they try and hire loads of people to do loads of things for them. Both of those things are wrong, okay? You shouldn't get yourself to do absolutely everything in your business because you're not going to be able to scale. And you're not going to be able to hire everyone to do it for you because they don't know your business like you do. So it's really critical for you to understand your business enough to the point where you can hand it off to someone and feel that they can handle it for you. Now, that doesn't mean that you should be hiring loads and loads of people really fast, right? I know a lot of people have this kind of vanity thing of like, oh, I should be hiring loads of people. I need to have loads of people in my business. But a really good book that I recommend reading is The Lean Startup. It's a great book that talks about resource management, right? And how you don't have to have a massive business, right? You can have a small business. I know loads of business owners who only have 6, 7 people in those businesses, but they're generating millions of dollars a year. So that's just something to think about. You don't need to hire loads of people. And equally, if you do hire people, that's good. You do want people to help you, but don't be holding on to people that you don't need anymore. This is something that we're guilty of sometimes. And, even now we're still sometimes guilty where we keep people in the business longer than we need to. And I think this is just something that you have to develop over time where, there's an old saying is, hire slow and fire fast. And that's really the principle is get rid of people that aren't working as quick as you can because you're a small business, you're a startup, you don't have the money to be wasting on it. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but if you're a small business and you're on a limited resource, you can't really be wasting money. So you need to be making decisions quickly, right? And hire slowly for that very reason. You don't want to rush people into your business. You want to make sure they're the right fit and they understand your business, right? Now, the last one is knowing who you're selling to. Now, I know this sounds really kind of obvious, right? But you'll be really surprised when you step back and say to yourself, right, who is my customer? Like, who is my ideal customer, right? If I said to you, who is the dream customer you want to serve? Could you answer that question? If you couldn't, it's okay because you can still address this problem, but you need to figure out who that person is. Once you know the person that you're trying to speak to, you can start dialing your marketing in, your video content in a way that becomes really relatable with the person that you're trying to sell your service to. So as an example, let's say you're a PT, right? Now you're a PT, you might think, well, I serve anybody that wants to get in shape. This is okay if you're an amateur, but if you're a professional marketer and you want to do this on a big level, figure out who your perfect customer is, right? Do you want to serve just women who are trying to get in shape for their wedding? Do you want to train guys who are wanting to go on holiday to like the beach? Or do you want to train older guys who are past 50 and you want to get them back in shape? You can see that by those 3 different types of customers, your messaging and your marketing is really, really different for each one of those customers. So you need to understand specifically who is the person that you're trying to serve. That's it for this episode. Those are my 3 mistakes. I'm sure there's loads more. If you have mistakes that you want to talk about, make sure you leave it in the comments on YouTube or send it in by email. We can talk about it on the next episode, all right? So that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next episode.